Hello, 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 my little maniacs. This is your host, the Maniacs Gaming. Come back at you with another video. In today's video, we'll be doing my picks for week 6 of the NFL season, as well as going over my picks for week 5 of the NFL season. Let's get it. So obviously Thursday Night Football, I took the Bucs to beat the Falcons. Did not work out for me, obviously. I did take Vikings over Jets, Bears over Carolina. I did take the Bengals, unfortunately. I did take the Texans. I took the Colts. I did take Miami, and then I did take Washington. I did take the Raiders, and then I took the Niners. I did take Green Bay. I did the Seahawks, and then I took Dallas, and then I took Kansas City. So overall, not the worst week I've had, but not the best week by any means. Is this? Zoom this out a little bit. Anyway, so this video is recorded after Thursday Night Football, which, if you guys look on my YouTube channel, you'll see that I posted right before the game started that I was going to take the Niners, and they did win. So that is an absolute dub for me. Anyway, let's get on with the other picks. So, Jacksonville at the Bears over in London. The Jags getting their first win of the season against the Colts. And then the Bears with their win over, who was it? I don't even remember. The Panthers, obviously. Anyway, Caleb Williams looking to stay hot as he takes on the Jags. And the Jags is trying to get another win. I don't think it'll happen. I know the Jags play really well in London, considering how much they play there, but I gotta take the Bears here. I just think they're the better overall team, and they're just going to come with business. And then we got Washington taking on the Ravens at the Ravens. Oh, this is going to be a good game. This could go either way, but Jaden Daniels has been on another level ever since week 1 where he played the Bucs. The Ravens, after dropping 2 straight, they've won 3 straight, but I think the Commanders are going to win this one. I like what they're doing there. I like their offense. I think Jaden Daniels is going to keep on rolling. I think it's going to be a lot higher scoring than this, but I think this is going to be a really good game. Game of the week contender right here. Next up, Green Bay at Arizona. Arizona coming off a shocking upset of the 49ers. And the Green Bay coming off of a game against the Rams where they barely won. Offense looked rough. The defense looked rough. The kicking game looked rough. But Arizona's looked a little bit more rough all around. I'm going to go ahead and take Green Bay. Jordan Love, another week off of his injury. Hopefully completely healed up at this point. But I just think that the Packers are a little bit better than the Cardinals. But I would not be too surprised to see the Cardinals squeak this one away from Green Bay. Strouds versus the Patriots. This, obviously being in New England, but Patriots lost to the Dolphins last week and they don't even have a quarterback. And Houston went toe-to-toe with the Bills. I gotta take Houston here just to keep on winning. I like their offense. I like their defense. I like their special teams. I like just about every particular thing about the Texans over the Patriots here. So give me the Texans. My Tampa Bay Buccaneers, after fleeing Florida because of the hurricane, absolute prayers to everybody involved there. Taking on the Saints in the Superdome. The Saints dropped their 3rd game in a row to, I believe it was the Chiefs on Monday Night Football. And then the Bucs losing a heartbreaker in overtime to the Falcons. The biggest part about this game is the fact that Derek Carr is not playing for the Saints as well as Taysom. Whereas the Bucs are getting a little bit healthier. Obviously, Graham Barton is out with an injury at this point. And Rachaad White is listed as doubtful at this point. But they are expected to get Kalijah Kancey and Gadecki back. And hopefully AWJ is going to be playing as well. So go ahead and give me Tampa. Obviously, I was going to pick my own team. Like, let's be honest here. I'm obviously going to pick my own team. I'm biased. Next up, we got Cleveland heading to Philly. Cleveland, who has looked god-awful outside of one game where they actually won. I don't even remember who that was against. And then Philly, who's coming off a bye at 2-2, yeah, I gotta take Philly. I'm sorry, but the Browns have not looked good at all. Deshaun Watson is literally arguably the worst quarterback in the NFL right now. I just don't see a way around it. Like, Philly should absolutely bounce back. Getting Smith back, getting AJ back. They've got all of their main players back. This should be an absolute in favor of Philly. Anyway, next up we got the Colts after losing to Jacksonville. Headed to the Tennessee, take on the Titans, who I believe they were on a bye week last week. They were. But they got their first win of the season the week prior in Miami. Or at Miami, versus Miami. I'm not sure if they were home or away. I think it was in Miami, though. But they beat a team without a quarterback. That was their one win of the season. Whereas the Colts, at this point, I believe AR is supposed to play. I like the Colts a little bit better than I like the Titans, unfortunately. Titans, I just don't have faith in Will Levis, man. Or that defense to be able to slow down the Colts offense enough. So give me the Colts. Titans at Denver. The Chargers at Denver. Jesus. Chargers coming off a much-needed bye week where they're trying to get healthy. And Denver coming off another win after dropping 2 straight. They are now 3-2 after a dominant win against the Raiders. Am I going to do it? This might be absolute crazy. But, Poncho, if you see this video, I'm not sorry. Give me the Broncos. I'm sorry, but I haven't liked how the Chargers have looked lately. They started off 2-0, but then they dropped 2 straight. They're trying to get healthy, but I feel like the Broncos have been on a roll. Their defense has been on another level, shutting down opposing offenses. I gotta take the Broncos here. I have to. Pittsburgh headed to Vegas. Vegas without Wilkins with an injury, without Devontae with an injury, without Jacoby with an injury, more than likely. The Steelers, obviously 3-2. I gotta take the Steelers here. I just think the Steelers are healthier overall, and they've got a really good defense. Obviously, the Raiders have a good defense when Crosby plays, but Crosby's not 100%. I think it's just going to be Pittsburgh's game to win. I think their offense is just going to outpace the Raiders' offense. But Aiden O'Connell's obviously going to be starting for the Raiders, so maybe he can make some magic happen. But right now, give me Pittsburgh. Atlanta headed to Carolina after a dominant win and a mini bye over the Bucs on Thursday Night Football in overtime. And the Panthers, who lost to the Bengals, giving the Bengals their first win of the year. Yeah, Kirk O'Chain's going to keep on rolling. As much as I would love for the Falcons to lose this game, so it'd be kind of funny if they lose to the Panthers, because the Panthers always do play them tough. Like, don't get me wrong, like, the Panthers absolutely could upset the Falcons here. Like, it is 100% plausible, but I just cannot take the Panthers to win here. Granted, it would be absolutely hilarious if they do. Detroit, coming off a bye week, headed to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Cowboys, who'd they play last week? I don't even remember. Who did they play? Oh, yeah, they played the Steelers on the first ever Sunday Night Football game that went into a Monday. And the Lions, obviously coming off a bye week. This is going to be a good game, honestly. Should have been a primetime game, in my opinion. One of the night games, but give me Detroit. I like Dallas, don't get me wrong. But Detroit has been on another level. They only have lost one game this year, and it was to the Bucs. But Detroit's just been on another level. I just think they are a really good team. And I just think they're going to keep on rolling here and be able to beat Dallas. It's hard to beat Dallas in Dallas, so I would not be too surprised. This is a game that could go either way. But my gut feeling is that Detroit, after last year, they've got something to prove where they lost to Dallas. And they're going to be trying to get that win here against Dallas, especially in their stadium. Then we got Sunday Night Football. The Bengals taking on the Giants. Bengals getting their first win of the season over the Panthers, and the Giants getting an upset win over the previously 3-2 Seattle Seahawks, who have now dropped 3 straight after losing to the 49ers, obviously, here on previous for Thursday Night Football. Oh, man. I gotta take the Bengals. The Bengals have shown flashes of good offense, where the Giants, like, they've shown to be competitive. They've shown that they can play well, but I feel like it's the Bengals here to win, man. I feel like this is where the Bengals just can't afford to lose more games here. They cannot. They would have won last week if they stayed aggressive in overtime and didn't try to settle for 3 and miss. Like, they'd be 2-3 right now instead of 2-4, trying to be, well, it would have been 2-3 instead of 1-4. Sorry, but I feel like this is the Bengals' game to win here. I like the Giants, but no Malik Neighbors again. But Daniel Jones has not been the problem there, in my opinion. Like, I think they need a better O-line and defense. I believe Kayvon Thibodeau just got put on IR. I'm recording this on Saturday, so I believe he got put on IR today. So he is out for at least 4 games. But I just think that this is the Bengals' game to win. Then we got the Buffalo Bills headed to New York on Monday Night Football. Buffalo dropping to the Texans in a game where they should have taken it to overtime, but they decided to throw the ball 3 times when Josh Allen had gone 9 for 27 instead of just run it. And taking on the Jets, who lost last week to the Vikings over in London. Shocked they don't actually have a bye, but they got a little bit of a extension here, not playing till Monday. But I got to roll with Josh Allen. I got to roll with the Bills. I think their offense is going to step back up, and they're going to be able to take over this Jets defense that just fired their head coach. So they've got an interim head coach. They got Rodgers, who has not been playing well. I think this is going to be a bounce-back game for the Bills, headed to New York to take on the Jets. But anyway, guys, that is my picks for the week. Let me know what you guys think down below. And as always, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on that noti bell. On the road to 2,000 subscribers. Trying to hit that by the end of the year. Trying to hit 1,600 by the end of the month. Let's get it, fam. And as always, I will see you guys later. Stay crazy, fam.